Hello, Algebra 2. This video lesson is about synthetic division of polynomials. Again, it's from chapter 6.5, and once again, I'm simply going to walk you through the guide that I've already passed out in class. So the example in the guide is of this question, this expression here, negative 6x cubed, and so forth, divided by x minus 7. Now there are a couple of important points at the top of the guide. First of all, you can only do synthetic division when the coefficient on x is 1 and when the degree on x is 1. So if this had been x squared, you wouldn't be able to do it. If this had been 3x or negative 1/2 x, you wouldn't be able to do it. It has to be 1x to the 1 power. And other than that, it can just be a constant. Okay, so once you've got that, rewrite it in standard form. Well, this time it wasn't in standard form. The other guide that I gave you today already did present it in standard form, but we have to rewrite the order of these. They've been scrambled. So here it now is in standard form. Similarly, this is now in standard form. B, take the constant and only the constant from the divisor. So in other words, that negative 7. And please note that this is in bold, italics, underlined, because it's trying to shout at you, change its sign. So don't use negative 7, use positive 7. If you don't do that, this whole process is going to get messed up. You're changing this sign because, well, x minus 7, if x minus 7 had been equal to 0, then you would have moved the 7 over, and x would have been equal to positive 7. So you're changing the sign for that reason. It'll become clearer as we go along over the next few days. But trust me, you need to change its sign. So we're working with 7. After that, you're going to pull down the coefficients. So let's look back. 1, negative 6, negative 40 and 33, 1, negative 6, 0, negative 40 and 33. Let's look at why there was that 0. Oh yeah, here's a gap here. It goes degree 4, then degree 3. There is no degree 2, so that's why the 0 is the placeholder. Then degree 1 and degree 0. Okay, so now we've got the correct coefficients here in this string. And just like with synthetic substitution, you start by bringing that first coefficient down. And you draw a line. Then you multiply this number, which happened to be 7, times this number, which is 1. You get 7. And negative 6 and 7 combine to make 1. 7 times 1 is 7. And you'll see as you go along through this whole string here, just the same way that we did synthetic substitution, you're going to end up with 96. 96 is going to be your remainder. So if that's your remainder, that's your constant, then that's your x1, that's your x2, that's your x3. I say it differently in the guide. I work from left to right. But I think, looking back on it, I wish I had edited the guide. I like it better saying it this way. This is always going to be your remainder. So therefore, the next number over is always going to be your constant, your x1 term, your x squared term, your x to the 3rd term. Okay? And so here you have the answers written out. 1x to the 3rd, 1x squared, 7x, 9. I said 96 was your remainder. What do you put down here? What you put as your denominator of your remainder is what you'd originally been dividing by. In other words, your divisor, x minus 7. That's it. That's all there is to this process. I've now explained it in class, and I've given you a video lesson about it and given you the guide itself. So I would hope that all of this would be enough to get you through the homework assignment. If not, though, don't hesitate to come in and ask questions in class.